Sagittarius, God this week is a little bit challenging. Come along with me, let's go. This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, and it comes to you when it's supposed to come to you. There's no timestamp, there's no need. The message is gonna find you when you're ready to receive it. Sagittarius, please remember, I always create an extended reading too for those of you who want to dive deeper and get specifics. I will pin that link. Yeah, it's an energy thing, isn't it? I will pin that link down below, and I will also pin it to the top. I will pin it down below in the description box, and I will also pin it to the top of the comment section. Sagittarius, let's start with the astrology, because it's important for you guys to know exactly when the energy hits. So your ruling dignitary is Jupiter, and Jupiter is in tense positions. It is semi-square to both Saturn and Uranus, which means it's sitting right between Saturn and Uranus, and it's directly in opposition to the Sun, and the Sun is conjunct Mercury, and later on will be conjunct Mercury-Venus. So you have a lot of energy in opposition to you, and you're stuck between, well, the original hard place and the new age rock. Let's call it a crystal. It is Saturn and Uranus. So there's just this really tense kind of energy around you that's normally not there, because Jupiter is so optimistic and always expanding and always broadening and always building. It's almost like there are so many thoughts, so many opportunities, so many possibilities, so much going so many places at once or coming at you all at once that you don't know how to figure out how to make the transition or change from the old thing to the new thing. It's not whether or not I should, it's how the hell do I get this done, because there seems to be so much stuff scattered all over the place. I wouldn't say it's confusion as much as it is the need to be able to compartmentalize and take things one at a time. We are still in Virgo season, though the Sun is moving into Libra season. Jupiter is now in Aries. Aries is your 5th house. This is all about your heart. But your heart isn't just about romance, though it could be. Your heart is about your purpose, your life purpose. Like, where are you going with your life and with yourself, and how is your life expanding? This is all great stuff. Jupiter and Aries can go anywhere. It's like the atomic bomb. It could just clear out spaces where once there was no space. You can definitely make room. I'm sorry about that. But ultimately, how to get it done. See, it's not about deciding whether or not I should. Or even whether or not I could. I think that there is an understanding, and not only could I want to. You're ready. But how do you do that, and how, where do you start? And I always think in situations like this, it doesn't matter where you start. When you're confused and everything is coming at you almost like in a quantum way all at once, it doesn't matter where you start, because you're going to circle back around anyway. So maybe just start and take one thing at a time, and it may seem like everything is wild and crazy and not really settled. And I will tell you this, you will feel a little bit drained this week. Be fearless and bold, but it's in reverse. And this is Aries energy. It's kind of knocking out the boldness out of you. It's not going to last forever. It really will not. You will definitely get it back. But for right now, almost enjoy kicking back. Almost enjoy not having everything happen too quickly or all at once. I feel like there's almost a relief in some way to being stuck for a while, if that makes any sense at all. Leave comments below, because I would really love to know how this energy is impacting you this week, and if you're feeling that kind of drain on your energy, and if somehow you could figure out a way to enjoy that drain, enjoy it, to let yourself sort of kick back and not push too hard, because sometimes we can't answer questions. We don't know what we don't know, so we have to wait for answers to come to us, or for information to come to us so we can make more informed decisions. Yeah, but there's definitely a drain on your energy levels. Be fearless and bold. Maybe you don't want to take that many risks this week, and that's good because you wouldn't be really thinking with clear thoughts. It's like your mind is scattered in so many different directions. So I wouldn't recommend trying to make decisions for the future or make any kind of important decisions. I would recommend that you don't. This is actually not a great week for making decisions and making moves. It's a great week for taking down information and contemplating things or learning new things or discovering what's out there. It's definitely not a time to like dig your heels in and make any of those decisions. I think it's better to just learn. You're definitely kind of drained, which is probably going to be good because what that means is you won't be so inclined to force yourself into uncomfortable situations. And if you do, you might get hurt. So don't do it. Just don't. Don't force yourself. Let things go a little bit more slowly this week. Tend to the small things is here. This is mouse spirit, which means it's Virgo energy, so sometimes that means health issues, but it also means the devil's in the details this week, which is going to require you going slower and looking at those fine details, and that is going to really irritate the crap out of you. So the cards are revealing that this could be a very irritating week for you. Not because anything bad is happening, but because it's like your least favorite stuff. And since you are in opposition to Mercury, and Mercury is in retrograde, it's kind of probably stuff that you shoved into a closet and because you didn't want to deal with it, and now you need the closet for something, or like it's not able to close anymore. It won't let you put any more crap in, and it's starting to spill out. So it's definitely that time when you're going to have to accept that you have to start picking through stuff, but little by little. You don't have to rush it. And I think that this is a good opportunity for you to realize that small steps will get you far. Small steps will take you a long way. You don't have to move fast. You don't have to jump in. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be broad. It just has to be consistent. But there are definitely some things that you've put away and that you haven't been looking at. They've been taking away from your energy. These two cards combined could definitely say that there is maybe a sickness or a cold, maybe the flu, something that has been kind of it's almost like everything's catching up to you. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it and I'm feeling it. It's like all of a sudden everything finally catches up to you and you feel buried. And that could mean getting a cold, something that just makes you, because you've been run down. So watch your health. Maybe drink some emergency. No, this isn't any kind of a, paid promotion. But, drink some, make sure that you're taking the vitamins, make sure that you're giving yourself time to relax and rest this week, because your energy levels could be low, and there could be some easily pick up some sort of cold or something like that. Be loyal to what you love could especially be the head cold. Be loyal to what you love, dog spirit. Well, that's family. That's fourth house energy. Hold on a second. So let me say this. I'm picking up on this feeling of maybe somebody in your life is sick, or maybe because you're sick. I don't mean a permanent illness, but there's a sense of never really realizing just how important it is to rely on this person, or how appreciative you are when you're down, or when you've been struggling, or when things haven't been so easy for you. The consistency and the reliability and the I'll be there for you kind of energy, that could be something that is almost like a beacon in the night, the little light in the craziness, to really see what you care about, or who really cares about you. Okay. You could even be in some ways disappointed because you don't think that you have been supported enough by somebody who is supposed to care for you, but they're upright, so they absolutely My dog is freaking me out. They absolutely do care about you, but it doesn't mean that they're showing it in a way that you need them to show it right now. But there is caring there. So let's get a little bit deeper into that. Time to let go. You're holding on to something. Okay, so this is going really deep right now. I didn't expect this, but I love this. Come along with me here, Sag. If you really like this video, please do take just a second to like this video. Even share it if you really love it. And be sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you get all those notifications. I upload Sagittarius new videos every single week on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. But maybe you want to hear another zodiac sign. I do all 12 every single week. So subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Time to let go is you're not letting go. Okay. This is a deeper stuck than I realized. This is scorpionic energy, so it could have to do with sickness, ill health, addiction. Not being able to let go, maybe the sickness coming from or really starting to be exacerbated by what you can't let go of, or what you can't let go of being what is blocking you from making more progress or from getting over a plateau, would be something that you are holding on to. Could be emotional pain that you haven't dealt with, that's actually causing stress, that is not allowing you to get over or get through. It's causing the difficult time, but at least now you know what it's being affected, what's it's being caused by. It could also mean that you're loyal to something that is making you unhealthy. Loyal to something, like stuck on something that really is not showing the level, like you're showing a level of faith, you're showing a level of gratitude, you're showing a level of loyalty, but is it showing that back to you? And I think that that's been building up, and that's why you're running on empty, because even though you're giving, there isn't anything coming back. And I want you to really think and be honest with yourself this week. Like, what is that relationship? What is that situation? Is it my work? Is it a relationship with family? Is it a relationship with, like, what is it that I'm feeling drained and I'm feeling sick? And that is a red flag, right? That is, it's trying to get your attention. Whatever part of you is getting ill or is wearing down first is trying to get your attention, because it's saying here that you're giving too much to a circumstance that is not giving enough or anything, and that is why you are getting drained. Time to let go is you're stuck on something. You're could be like you're trying to let go, but you're unable to. Could be you're addicted to something, or it could just be that you don't want to confront, you don't want to release, or you're trying to, it's just that you love it too much, something like that. Yeah, definitely leave comments, because I'd really be interested in what this is. I don't know. It's like I want to let go, but maybe it's the letting go process that's starting to make you feel sick, which can happen when we're ascending. I just heard one of my subscribers mention this ascension sickness. Now, I don't speak on that. I don't know what that is, but it could very well be that there is. I know when we let go, when we release, when we detox, sometimes it feels worse than the feelings we were having when we were not taking care of ourselves. Sometimes it feels worse just because you have to slowly but surely cleanse out all that toxicity, and nothing is flowing really quickly this week. There's a stuckness there. So it just feels like the toxicity has been built up a lot. Stay faithful to what you've decided. Staying faithful to what you've committed yourself to could be very difficult in this energy. We have make your dreams real, trust the magic, and believe in yourself. It is going to be hard work, which is what that spider energy is about, that you are weaving something from who you are, from your very soul. And it is a new start. It is a new beginning, but it's requiring something like pieces of you. Almost, it feels like it's taking pieces of you. Believe in yourself is saying, Virgo energy, continue, but go slower. Yes, plant the seeds, but take it one step at a time right now, which is what the astrology says is don't try to rush into anything right now, because you are crunched and you are stuck and it just is what it is. So please, like, let the universe kind of shake it up before you try. Hold on. Let the universe kind of shake it up before you try to make any major moves. But it is a good time to plant. It is a good time to I'm not saying invest in something, but invest in the future, I guess is what I'm saying, is plant the seeds, but don't expect it to happen all at once. It's almost like asking you to just have faith, even when you feel like there's no movement at all. Because there is. It just may be slower than you want. Life is speeding up, so things are coming together, but they're coming together in ways that are going to surprise you. This is Sagittarius energy, so it's sort of reminding you you might have to improvise, or those things in your life that you expected is not what you're going to get, and it's not how it's going to pan out. It's not how it's going to pan out. Things will speed up as soon as you start allowing the curveballs, like as soon as you start allowing something that you haven't expected. Being stuck between Saturn and Uranus is sort of being stuck between, I don't know if I can give up the way that I've always done things, and yet I want something new. But in order to have something new, I have to do things in a different way, and I'm still kind of really attached to or really insecure about letting this old thing go. And you know, you're ready for what you're ready for when you're ready for it. This isn't a time for you to feel shame if you're not ready for something in your life. That's not what this week is about, but it is about at least learning what's out there. But I feel, and I just heard this word, nostalgia. Nostalgia could be an issue this week, where it's just slowing you down more. It's making it more difficult for you to decide, how am I going to move forward? This is not really Sagittarian energy. It really isn't. It isn't, and that's why it's such a challenge for you, and why it could teach you so much. Life is speeding up is Gemini energy. So it's saying ask questions, sit down and look into the details, have individual personal conversations, maybe talk to people, talk to somebody, get information. It's a time to take down information by having one-on-one conversations, and that'll actually get you a heck of a lot further than these big grandiose gestures of let's dive right in and just see where we land. Trust in divine detours. There's some sort of conversations that are coming up that are going to be unexpected, and I definitely want to go deeper into this. Why does this even matter? Who are these conversations going to be with? Okay, why do these with somebody that things have been stuck with, somebody that hasn't been getting anywhere, somebody that has found their life stuck, somebody who is confused, somebody who doesn't know why what they're working on is failing, okay? Or there's somebody who is just not willing to try any new thing. They're still stuck on the same old thing. Queen of Swords is here. They're smart, they're sharp, they're usually very objective. So this is maybe talking to a counselor, or it's somebody who could mentor you, or somebody who could give you advice. They're saying Spirit is saying talk to somebody who has an objective perspective on this situation that you're stuck on. Objective, which means it's not a friend. It's not a family member. It's not somebody you know. It's not somebody who is going to feel emotionally obligated to tell you what you want to hear or be overly encouraging. It's somebody who is going to be sharp, smart, to the point, truthful, honest, and blunt. And that's who you really need to talk to right now, because they will. It's an outside energy that is actually going to help you move through this time of stuckness, of not knowing what to decide or how to decide, or even what's wrong and why you haven't been moving forward. That's really interesting. Sagittarius Chiron. Could have to do with a doctor, could have to do with somebody. It's almost like somebody who has been through the same sort of suffering and pain you have, or somebody who has been through the same trials and tribulations you have. This is not somebody that you know, but is somebody whose conversation you desperately need and whose input and insight you desperately need right now. Let's go on and see what all these other cards mean in the extended reading. I will see you guys there. Bye.